Pep, how will you ensure that Jota gets the game time with the strength of the front three that you have, and you've got the demand to win matches all the time?
You saw our schedule.
Yeah, but you still think he will get the game time because of the schedule, even though there's the demand to win matches all the time?
Yeah, because he will win matches, that's for sure. But he's, what I said, he's a player on the level of the front three, technically. He's a pressing monster, so hopefully the adaptation will take quite quick. With good players, normally it takes quite quick, so that's a phase he has to learn our game, our way we want to do the things, because it's quite different than at Wolves. But when we see him play in the national team for Portugal, we see that they play 4-3-3. There's a lot of similarity between these two teams. So maybe not the intense pressure, but that he has from his heart already. So he will play as many others. But yeah, he's brought to create solutions for us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul. We'll go to Dave Maddock, who's turning his camera on now. Dave, over to you, and then Paul Gorst. But Dave first.
Pep, hi. Is Thiago too good a player to play in a game against like Lincoln? Because he will never really have played an opponent like that in a competition like this.
No, the German competition is like this as well. So a lot of the times, if you draw a third division or second division, a third division club in Germany, you play away, and they get like them. That's why they try to help in the. So he knows this kind of games. It's the same. What can I say about Thiago? Also needs Thiago needs time to understand our game. But we also need to understand and use the skills of Thiago, if that makes sense, because our team there will be different timings, there will be different passes, there will be different dictation of play. And what I said before is that we have to stay unpredictable. That's the most important. And Thiago gives us the unpredictability from the spine of the pitch, the center of the pitch. And he is, we want hopefully 11 players who can play the last pass, and for sure he's one of the players who can play this last pass. So.
You seem to sort of almost suggest that as an evolution, this is the sort of perfect time for him to come into this team. It has to be done in stages like that.
Yeah, absolutely. This team deserves a player like him because a good team deserves good players, and a good team deserves players who add something, and he will add something to our team. And you always have with signings, you have the direct improvements. You put the player into the game and things happen. So say if you put a new goalkeeper and he will make a save, blah, blah. If you put a striker and he will score. But the indirect development is the most important of signings. So because Thiago is so calm and plays so much creative passes, all the others start playing like this. This is the power of the example, the power of models. So that's one thing. He will not only improve our game, he also will improve the other players.
Thank you, Dave. And then we'll finish with as it stands at the moment, with the embargo section with Paul Gorst from the Echo. Paul, finishes off.
Hi, Pep. You mentioned there about Thiago bringing some unpredictability to the midfield. What would you suggest is kind of the perfect blend then for the midfield three? Because there are a lot of players who can play in that position, and obviously it'll be times when you chop and change the personnel. But in terms of the skills, what is it specifically that you're looking for?
We always search. We always search to do the right thing for each game. That means that because we have so much different characteristics in our midfield, we can really change when necessary and put the right midfield, what we think before the game is the right midfield in place to approach the game. But it's not only Thiago, of course, it's example Curtis Jones, who comes in and who really takes an important spot in our midfield, who gives us risk between the lines, who gives us young blood, who who is a proper squad player at this moment in time. So, yeah.